Welcome back, Truth Seeker. It is Tuesday, July 27th, 2021, and the CDC has updated their mask guidance, which means the corporations that run this nation will now get on board and realize the CDC is a private enterprise that our government follows the lead of again and again. But today on July 27th, they come out and say, again, time to put your slave muzzle back on, and just watch. People will comply as quickly as they're told to. But here's what jumps out to me, knowing what I know. The head of the CDC, an interesting character, one who went to the University of Washington in Seattle where the pandemic began, the first nation to lock down its campus, who also went to the Johns Hopkins run by the Skull and Bones. The leader of the CDC, she comes out today and says, makes this announcement. Well, today is 113 days after her birthday. And remember what we've been talking about the whole time. Wrote a book about it. Why the coronavirus pandemic was really declared March 11th, 11/3/113, the day the National Basketball Association, the 113 League, locked down. And again, if you've read my first book, Letters and Numbers, if you've read my first book, talk about the NBA in 113 and 113, the number of deception and where it comes from. And that is the Talmud. In the Talmud, Bava Kama 113a says it's okay for somebody who is Jewish to lie to somebody who is not Jewish as long as it's within a legal setting, which is pretty much everywhere. And the real reason for this verse, supposedly, is for Jews to be able to protect themselves from people throughout history who persecuted them for being Jewish, including, Rome. But again, it's not to say that all Jews are going by this or responsible for this. It's just, this is where their number comes from. That's all it is to say. And the Jesuits who are behind this, who are Catholic and Jewish, who Martin Luther warned about. But by the way, with regards to Martin Luther, don't ever forget that Martin Luther wrote the 95 Theses against the Catholic Church. And Martin Luther King Jr., who assumed the name, was assassinated on the 95th day of the year, April 4th, 1968, a leap year that year, making it the 95th day, 3 days before the Club of Rome was established, April 7th, 68, that big year. But 95, just big number. Fauci equals 95. The one day of the week that equals 95 is Tuesday. Here we are on a Tuesday. We know the CDC is a Catholic Jesuit operation through and through. Skull and Bones is Catholic. Johns Hopkins, Catholic. Washington State's under Jesuit control, where one of the nation's 27 Jesuit universities is. Don't overlook the outbreak started there in the time of the 56th mayor. Again, all these numbers, if you're new here, you won't be caught up on. But again, just read my book. You get through chapter 1, you'll get enough. Again, 113, you guys, is the number of deception from the Talmud within the English language. Mainstream, dishonest, perverted, not true, not honest, not factual, disinfo, politics, perjury, fiction, bullshit, infidelity, divorce, sinister, erroneous. They all equal 113. The list goes beyond that. It goes well beyond that. But if you notice, there's two different ciphers there. It's just the alphabetic order, forwards and backwards. Forwards and backwards, all these things are 113, a number connected to deception. And what is more deceptive than this pandemic we're living out, which is truly a load. And again, bullshit is 113. And again, there's a lot more to the 113 thing. Look up Piltdown Man, an admitted to scientific fraud that went on for 41 years. Piltdown's 113 with the alphabetic order. It's 41 with the alphabetic order in rules numerology, and that's how long the deception of Piltdown Man went on for, which was the first proof of evolution. The first proof of evolution was a total fraud, admitted to you by science. Look up Piltdown Man. And there's a lot more to all of this, Just the NBA is such a 113 performance year after year. Remember the NBA lockdown March 11th. The 113 team in the league, the Utah Jazz, was responsible for the outbreak on 11/3 when the National Basketball Association's 113. It's just Kobe Bryant 113 buried in Corona Del Mar as coronavirus is taken off. I mean, you guys, for people to just be oblivious to everything, it's because it's explained right here in this CNN headline. CNN out of Jesuit-controlled Atlanta, just where the CDC is. Remember, The Walking Dead starts in Atlanta, not an accident. But again, just right here for the idiocracy. Look at the guide for how to wear your slave muzzle. Look how they have to put it up in pictures like you would show a 3-year-old. But realize this is media made for the adult population. This is where we are in America. Everybody needs mommy and daddy to tie the shoes and do every last thing for them and tell them, if it's safe to go outside, if they better stay home, and if those sniffles this year might be more than sniffles. This year they're killing the elderly and people who are super sick. It's like, well, wait a minute. Isn't that what goes on every year? Take care of yourself. Your government doesn't give two shits about your health. That's why they subsidize junk food. Tell you to stay home from the sniffles. All right, truth seeker. Until next time.